Okay. So first off, before I start, you guys, there is a few things that I wanted to say. Challenge groups. I've been finding out, like I've been researching from different teams that have rock star leaders, and they have been saying that they are running challenge groups together as one team. Now, however that works, that's completely up to you guys if you guys want to run your own, because we've been pushing you guys to run your own. If you love what you do and you're doing that, that's great. I am opening up to any coach on the team. Hey, you guys can come into my challenge groups. I will keep you guys posted for the dates every single month. I have them set up for the full year. That way, you guys can keep in contact with your people in the group. I can have the stuff set up, and we kind of all work together to make it work. But that is completely up to you. Now, once you guys start building like a massive team or whatnot, and you have your own team, then you can start running them with you and your team. Completely up to you, but that's just giving you guys an open of that. So the next one is May 18th. We will be running our Wednesday night team calls during our sneak peeks, which working on getting that situated better, even more than it was before. But we are going to be running those Wednesday night calls as an opportunity call. I do have a complete presentation. If you guys want to add maybe a little bit of your story, maybe we can, all I have to do is switch up the slide just a little bit and whatnot. Then we can do that and stuff too. So any suggestions that we can have on that, but we'll do the business opportunity call that Wednesday. We are going to be running our team calls every single Tuesday with Lindsay. That's the ordeal that we're doing now. There may be a time that I'm like, all right, no, I want her on a call just because, for one, I love to speak. It's what I love to do. I like to speak. I like to talk. And I feel that I know what the team wants or what the team needs because I'm in my team, right? So what Lindsay provides, she's amazing. She always provides great information. So no matter what, it's going to be good. But may have a random like, hey, you guys want her on a call? Let's do it. Or we can run like a little 15-minute powwow on Wednesdays for like questions like, hey, how, what's going on? So we'll kind of play it by ear and see how this month goes and then go from there. But, all right, so let's get down to this because I really think that we need a little pump up. I think everyone's rocking, things are going, but I know I was in a funk recently, and usually when that happens, that's how the team goes, and that's what happens. So I wanted to talk about how the journey begins with you guys and open up something that we've never really talked about, and you guys might know, but this is something new. This is something that you guys can share. This is being recorded, and it's being recorded that you guys can take more notes or even share with the people that you are conversating with. So it takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. So what I want to talk to you guys about, first of all, obesity. I don't know how many of you guys actually look at the statistics, but a lot of people, a lot of coaches, the biggest issue that I keep hearing is, I don't know who to talk to, the inviting. It always comes down to the inviting, right? So I wanted to pull this up here to show you guys. More than 1/3. So there's 78 million of U.S. adults. This is not including children, but U.S. adults that are obese. 78 million. Did you guys hear that? Can I say it one more time? 78 million people that are obese. Not to mention, even if they're not obese, we know working out has a big effect on keeping the process going. It's a life change. That's what we are here to do. Obesity-related conditions include heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancers. The estimated annual medical cost for obesity in the U.S., it's like 1,000. I have you guys in front of there, so I can't really see, but it's like, $147 billion US. And that was in 2008. So, these are just some things to kind of take a look at, and the website's below where I got this from. Let's move on. Depression and debt. You're probably like, where are you going with this, right? Why are we talking about this? Because I need to open you guys up for a second here. I need you guys to be open with me. I need you guys to hear me out. There's 40,000 suicides annually. Break that down. By the time that I just got finished saying that, there's suicides every 13 minutes. 13 minutes. So by the time that we're done with this call, there's going to be 4 suicides that have happened, 5 suicides, depending on how long this call takes. That's crazy. The debt, I researched this last week for one of my papers because I'm talking about how I think that schools need to bring in life skills starting from kindergarten all the way throughout high school and base it on their grade level. But they should be bringing in life skills, learning positivity, learning about how to manage money, learning about debt, learning about health. All those things should be brought into kindergarten level where they understand it and continue to progress and make that change. Because that's a lot of money to be in debt, right? And what I have in the asterisk is what foreigners thought of Americans, that we're materialistic, we're arrogant, we're wasteful. And so going into that a little bit further, Americans spent $2.8 billion on candy last year in Halloween. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting to me. $2.8 billion on Halloween candy. That's nuts. And then annually, $117 billion on fast food. Nearly half of Americans drink soda daily. Are you starting to see where I'm going with this right here? Luxury, alcohol. According to the Bureau, here's American consumers dedicate 1% of their spending on alcohol. 1%. So 1 to every $100 they spend on alcohol. Did you guys know that America loses about $400 per year to gambling? I didn't. And then to give you an idea, casinos earned a gross revenue of $125 billion, and that was in 2010. 2010, $125 billion. Tobacco, 14% of Americans' incomes are spent on cigarettes. So that's rounding out to roughly 1/7 of their total income. And then we can go into unused gift cards, all these wonderful warranties, lottery tickets, daily coffee trips, wasted energy, cable bills, clothes, etc. The list goes on, right? Fear. After all of these things that we talked about, why is it that I'm hearing coaches don't know who to talk to or where to talk to people at? Because of this right here, fear. There is something that holds you back, whether it's the fear of people. If you are not muted, would you please mute yourself? But it's fear. It comes down to fear. If you, in your heart, set out to do what Beachbody's mission is to do, set out to help people achieve their goals, to live healthy, fulfilling lives, then there's no reason that you should not be able to talk to anybody. Because if you've looked at those statistics and you understand that America, and this is just America, is completely messed up. Yeah, I said that in the nicest way that I could, but it's messed up. Someone is going to fall in one of those categories. We know what health can do for people. We know what it can do for people. There is fear. There is either fear that you're afraid people are going to think that you're trying to sell them. And if that's the case, get over your ego, because either that's what you think or you wouldn't be thinking that. Don't be afraid that if you in your heart and soul know that you are here because you want to help change someone's life, you are going to have that fear, and fear is okay. but you're going to be courageous enough to come up to them and be like, listen, I care about you. I care about your health. This is why I am doing this. I know that I want to make a change in this world, and this is why I do what I do. There's fear. Whatever fear that sets in your heart that you are afraid to go talk to someone is the reason that you are not reaching out to the people that you want to reach out to. It comes down to that fear. And I had this quote that says, fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination causing us to fear things that do not at the present and may not ever exist. That is near insanity. Do not misunderstand me. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. We get to decide on if we want to hold back and not say a thing. We get to decide if it's a choice. You can step up and be courageous about it. So how can we get rid of this whole fear thing? Sharing stories. Sharing stories are going to help tremendously. You know, we talk about, yes, facts tell, stories sell. However, the facts of what I just put in front of you are something that you should grab onto and start hitting people with that. I've gotten to the point in 2015 where I was like, I don't care if people want to say that I'm pushy or if people want to think that I'm here to sell, then let them think that, because I'm not here for that. I know why my heart and soul and reasons are for opening up to people, for getting them in a challenge group, for getting them as a coach. I know why I'm truly doing it, and I don't care. I don't care what anybody else thinks or what they're going to say, because you know what? Then in my heart, they weren't meant to join me. And that's that. So opening up and sharing about that, you know, sharing the stories of other people. I ask people. I get very, very, very blunt with people. And when it comes down to talking about the challenge pack and they're like, okay, it's a lot of money, I break it down. Yes, I break it down for sure. Not only do I break it down though, I will ask them, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? They may be uncomfortable, but do you mind? And I will ask them. And because mostly they're like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, how much do you go out to eat? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Because one person can go out maybe 3 times a month. Maybe they're like, I only go out like 3 times a month or 4 times a month. But how much are they really spending that 4 times a month? It's not about the cost. It's about people putting their dang excuses and priorities in a different level. That's what it is. And it's until you wake them up and you jump out of that fear. If you are in this because you want to help people, you are not going to care what they think about what you just said, because you're not there to sell them a challenge pack. You're there to sell them a way of life, a way of living, a way of changing their life to become healthy, to become fit, to be more productive, and to live a life that changed your life too. You know what Beachbody's done for you. Even if it's a very, very small portion, it's changed your life in some way, shape, or form. And if it hasn't, there's millions of other people that Beachbody has changed their lives, right? I'm one of them. I'm just one of them. You can't be afraid of what people are going to say. I will get blunt with them. I will talk with them, and I will figure out a way to show them that this is affordable, because it truly is. I've been in struggles before, and I've still managed to drink my Shakeology and get it every single day, because I knew if I didn't have it, I would not be productive. Other people can do this too. It was a matter of buckling down and realizing that I was using my money on luxury items or things that I truly did not need, and having to put aside that money and realizing that it's coming out of my budget for my meals. So be vulnerable. Open up about talking to people. I just made a video the other day because I kept, failing forward. Gotta love it. People needed to hear about how I failed forward. And it started with me talking about how I got kicked out of school, got sent to an alternative high school, and got kicked out of my alternative high school. And people who do not know that story were probably like, who know me now, are probably like, are you serious? And then it opens up to why I got kicked out. Because I went to school high every single day. I used to party all the time. That was what I did with my life. That's what I did. Ask my parents. I put them through hell. That is what I did. And honestly, though, I'm very, very thankful that I did, because now with my kids, oh yeah, we don't even have a game system in our house. They can think I'm the worst, meanest mom in the world, and I know, and I told them, I said, you are going to thank me later. I make them do personal development. I'm changing their life because my life changed. And now I'm putting that on them now because they don't need to go through what I did. They don't need to go through what I did. I don't care if all their other schools doing whatever they're doing. They're going to learn now. That's what John C. Maxwell taught me, that today matters. Putting that in their hearts now is going to make a change for the rest of their life. So I'm going to tell you, you can get flipping scared. Go get flipping scared. Be so scared. Share those stories that you really don't want to talk about, that you are itching to be like, no, I didn't, nope. Do you think I want to tell people that, I didn't before, with me being pregnant at 17, getting kicked out of school? I mean, I was that person. I partied, and that was all I did. And even then, I got down to the nitty-gritty of telling people, like, how even after I had my kids, like, I was, I'd smoke my cigarette. I was addicted to Facebook games and other video games. And that's why we do not have a system in this house. Games, no. Nope. No. My place looked like a wreck. I would tell people that, and they're like sitting there like, why are you telling me all this? For one, it's going to build trust between people. For two, it was true. I'm going to be honest. So they can see that my life has changed, and it's not just the outer appearance of me losing 100 pounds. I've changed in so many ways that I'm blessed. I'm thankful for everything that I've been through. And anytime that something does come up, I now know that there's a reason that it's come up. There's a positive aspect behind this. So talk about the things that you don't want to talk about. When that fear comes up, just know that's okay. It's okay to be scared. You can be scared, but overcome it. Go through it. When you have that person this week and you're like, oh, man, I really want to open up about the challenge group to them because I know that it's going to change their life, but I know that they can't afford it. You just gave yourself an excuse. You have no idea what they're going through. I don't care if they just told you they just lost their job. You know what? Beachbody could help them get them on their feet. When people are hungry, that's when they will go somewhere with this, right? When you hit rock bottom, that's when you're going to bounce to go. You don't know what somebody is capable of, so don't you dare judge what they're in or what they're doing. You need to tell yourself. You need to judge yourself and be like, no, I'm scared. That's what it is. I'm not opening up about this opportunity, and I'm not opening up about the challenge group because I'm too scared. Have something on your phone or have something in front of you when you're getting ready to make those contacts, when you're getting ready to follow up with your messages, saying courageous or overcoming fear or quit being scared or be scared, but then be courageous. Like I said, if you truly are in this because you want to help and change this world, I learned, I don't care if I'm blunt, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to let people know. If you're going to tell me it's too expensive, I will find a reason why you're saying it's too expensive or you can't afford it. Because it is absolutely affordable. Absolutely affordable. And our time is the biggest thing. Our time is free. We're giving our time. That's priceless. So I wanted to read you guys too what I put on my Facebook if you didn't see it. I shared my Believe2Achieve page. I had a photo on there. It was my before and afters. And I decided to get a little blunt. And this is what I said. I said, stop scrolling. Very blunt, but listen. A lot of people have come to me wanting to help because they are sick and tired of being depressed and struggling to live their daily life. That was me. I hated going, I couldn't even take my kids to the flippin' park without just struggling. I hated it. So, back at it. Squirrel moment. Why? Because I've made a change 4 years ago and still continuing. So do you want to know my secret? I worked my flipping butt off, literally, focusing on 3 things, and that's it. 3 things that anyone and everyone can do. I have a system that works. There's no doubt in my mind that if you listen to me and follow these 3 simple things, that you will succeed further than you could ever imagine. These 3 things are exercise, nutrition, and support. These are the 3 things I focus on with extra bonuses of rewards. I'm a straight up honest person, and I'll tell you right now that my challenge group isn't free and it's hard work. However, for a life change in my time, it's priceless. This is going to cost you 66 cents per day out of your normal daily budget. First thing most people ask is price. First off, if you're coming to me scared for your health, I'm going to ask you, what is it worth to you? This is completely affordable in our society. If our society wasn't stuck around luxury items like eating out, having more clothes or items than we need, cigarettes, alcohol, entertainment, etc., you'd be joining me and investing in yourself. Imagine if you woke up and everything that you have ever owned is gone and we're starting from scratch. How would you value things then? And that is a true, brutal, honest wake-up call. Imagine if everything was gone. Like we woke up and it was just people. That was it. There's no buildings. There's no cars. There's no nothing. Everything is gone other than the earth and people. All right, so P.S. It's hard work. If you're not willing to work for it and struggle, you will not grow and learn. If you want the microwavable quick fix, I'm not your girl. Go find someone else. And then after you achieve your goal or hit your benchmark and then realize it was easy and gain it all back, wasted money and time, then you can come to me and I'll help you with your life goals. My next challenge group will be starting a few weeks. If you're interested, make sure to like this post and message me. Very, very blunt and straightforward. Why? Because that's how I feel. I don't see how people can't see that. When I have people coming to me about other stuff, and it's just, yes, we'll leave it at that. So let me exit out of here. All right. Okay, so the reason that I'm hitting on this is because, like I said, the biggest thing is that people are talking about how they're, I don't know where to invite. I'm really struggling on inviting. I don't know what to do. And in all reality, it comes down to that fear. We need to step it up, because if you didn't see the video that I made, I had someone coming to me from another company wanting me to join them in their company, saying that this is growing beyond its extremes and everything and all this stuff, and how other products are going to be off the market, and probably Shakeology too, which I kind of laughed at, or, I just didn't say anything. But the thing is that I applaud her because she was courageous. She's known me before I started my transformation. She knows what I've been through, and she knows me now. And to walk into my door and come in here and talk to me about joining her team with her products is amazing. if she can come in here and do that after all that I've gone through and my stuff and I told her, I was like, I made her a nice video, and I explained what I saw. I explained that this is simple, and she's like, but you're taking supplements. And I'm like, no, I'm not. So if someone's telling you that you're taking supplements because of Shakeology is not a supplement. It's a whole food shake. It is a meal. So literally all we do focus on as coaches is the exercise, is the nutrition. That's food. Shakeology is food. It's not a supplement. Not at all. It says it right on the bag. It's food. It's a whole foods shake. So that is all we do. We work on the two things that is natural. It's food and it's exercise. Nothing else. Nothing else is like that. Nothing else. But if she can walk into my house and do that, do you not think that she's going to be going into other people's houses and doing that too? And the way that she spoke with confidence, the way that she knew stories, the way that she was talking to people, I guarantee you she's going to succeed. And I even told her that. I said, you know what? You're going to do great. You will do great. Until people join and realize what it is that they got themselves into, wasted their time, wasted their money, and are back in the same cycle. And that's where you guys come in. That's why we need to stop being so scared of what other people are going to think, and you need to open up about what we do. You need to get out there. You need to start talking to anyone and everyone, because there's an abundance of people out there that need help. They need help, and we're only one people, but as a team, we can work together. We can build people up on what this is supposed to be about, a lifestyle change. Not a year I lose 80 pounds, and then all of a sudden, a year later, they've gained it back. That sucks. That hurts. I've had people come to me about that. And I'm having people right now that are like, oh, I did this. And I'm like, girl, we talked like, how long, like, why didn't you listen? And it sucks because it does. You see them go through all that and waste all that money and everything when we provide a lifestyle change. That's what we do. You need to grab that confidence and understand that these products are priceless. They are affordable, absolutely affordable, absolutely affordable. You break that down to them. It is affordable. Your time is priceless. By you giving them your support and your time, it is priceless. Even me, sometimes I don't break that down. And that's why I broke that down in that post today. Because I'm like, no, screw that. I am a very, very busy person. I have 3 kids. I have events that go on with them. I'm going to school. And then I run this business. And I love it. And it's my full-time, it's my full-time business. But I am busy. By the time I get my day going and get home and everything else, I don't usually start my day until like 11 o'clock. And then I only have from 11 until 3 o'clock. And that includes all my schoolwork, everything that I need to get done. That's it, 11 to 3, that's all I get. My time is valuable. So if people want it and I'm giving it to them, that's priceless. You can put that in there. Jump off of all those negative thoughts that you have. I'm trying to find this one. Where was this at here? I heard this, and it really, really hit. Like, your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits, and your habits create your destiny. So whatever you're thinking, that's what you're going to be speaking. So the minute that you are talking, or the minute that you get in a conversation with someone and you're thinking, and they're like, oh yeah, well, that's too expensive. And you're like, yeah, I've been there too. And those doubts start coming out. And that becomes your words. You stop speaking about that because you don't want to further anything, right? That fear sets in, and then you shut down, and that's it. That's it. You leave it at that. You don't get into full detail about, okay, like I understand, budgeting. I straight up tell people, I'm like, it's about budgeting. I know what you mean. I understand that, but let's get down to it. Can I ask you some questions? Because a week later, you're going to see on their Facebook, oh, I just bought this awesome new purse. And you're like, yep, right? Or yeah, I just got bought a new car. You'll see all these crazy things go on, but they told you that it was too expensive to get healthy. When again, imagine the world literally waking up tomorrow and everything is gone. No computers, no houses, no nothing, just people walking the earth. That'd be nuts. So that's what becomes your words. And then the whole actions and everything. So you need to get rid of destructive thoughts. You need to remember what we are set out to do. We need to remind ourselves daily what it is that we are doing, because if you guys aren't, other people are. And I'm not worried about other companies. If they come out to doing what it is that they're set out to do, and I get it. I get it. I told her though, she flat out showed me her stuff. 7 weeks. She's making $800 a week, and she's got like 20 people on her team. That's it. Well, actually, she has 2 people on her team, and then her downline's like 20 some people, and she's making $700 a week. I'm like, there's something not right about that. Which I'm like, I don't care about money. I don't do this because of money. You want to be making $100,000 a week? Good, go do it. I know why I'm here. I know what Beachbody stands for, and it's all in the manner of health that's going to be lifelong. Our company isn't going anywhere. But if you don't talk to someone's going to bring that up to them. And people are vulnerable. They're going to hear what they hear, and that's it. So you need to let go of that fear, become courageous, and start speaking to anyone and everyone that you think that this can benefit, because this is a true gift. So that's pretty much what I have to give to you guys. If you guys do any of you guys have questions or comments or want to speak? Or did it kind of wake you up a little bit there? For real?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm Jarrell Adams' sister, and I'm new. I'm really new. I'm still just in the beginning of my program. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I don't know if you can see me, but I didn't know I was going to be on video, and I didn't behind me. But I just wanted to. I've had people, I've been talking, even though I haven't fully made my transition yet, and I'm still going through and learning. I've had people to approach me about Shakeology, and I'm just, because it's new to me, I'm still learning. They want me to order it at a discount for them, and I don't think that that's the best thing to do. And I was telling them that I would bring some information about becoming a coach, but it's just like you said, people don't want to they're not really thinking about the health benefit that's involved. But he decided, I told him, I said, really, you should, I'll bring you more information about becoming a coach. And he decided that he would go ahead and start his program back up. He's been doing the T25.
Nice.
But he thinks there's some kind of other substitute for Shakeology out here. And I said, I don't think you're going to ever find anything like Shakeology. But, he's asking around, because we work in the same team. So I'm not going to start ordering Shakeology for somebody in my team that I work for. But what would you tell somebody like that who approaches you about buying their product at a discount? That is so wrong.
No, I completely understand. My sister came to me and, well, I don't want to say it was my sister. It was my sister's boyfriend. But when I had my insanity, they're like, can we burn your DVDs? I was like, oh, no, you can't. You can purchase it from me. I did. I mean, and I was flat out straight about it. My sister was like, she's right. We can order it from her. Like, that's not, dude, this is for business. But what I would recommend that you do, and this is where that knowledge comes in, like Shakeology is a big thing to really start breaking down, and you'll understand and everything. So for Shakeology, my simple thing is I tell them, I'm like, it's a complete, it's not a protein shake. It's not a weight loss shake. And I can write this out for you guys too. I think I actually have it on the team page. I'll see if I can find that, but it's not a protein shake. It's not a weight loss shake. It's a meal replacement shake. And it's composed with the right amount of protein to carb ratio. And so that's what leaves people feeling full for that 2.5 to 3 hours. It's got over 70 superfoods into it. And each has, I mean, you can break it down. Each has a different blend. So you're going to get that where the digestive blend is, and that keeps you regular and everything. And with all of that included, though, like, it's completely natural. The stevia is actually grinded in. So it's plant-based stevia, where we see stevia now that are in the stores and people are like, oh yeah, great, stevia. And it's like, no, it's really not stevia. Like, it's, unless it's green. And I didn't know that. I mean, sometime last year is when I found that out. And I was completely shocked. I was like, man, when I think I got one thing figured out, I don't. I really don't. So, with Shakeology, though, like what you said too, yeah, about that discount, be like, I get the shake for underneath $4 a meal. So that's absolutely, to have something that's the most healthiest meal of the day that provides me, like, and let them know what you personally feel about it. And then this is what if he's looking into other things, this is what I would ask. I'm like, I don't look at the fat versus carb versus proteins when I'm looking at foods. I don't. I go straight to the ingredients. And it took me, when I started doing this, it was taking me 2 hours to go through my grocery store because I was looking at the ingredients. And what I look for, does it have any artificial sweeteners or flavors in it? That was the first thing. Does it have high fructose corn syrup in it? That's what I first started off with when I started my weight loss journey. Those two things. Next, I got a little bit more into it. Is it processed by soy? Does it have soy lecithin in it? Does it have any additives, fillers, appetizer suppressants? Because if it has fillers or appetizer suppressants or anything like that, yes, that's going to leave them feeling full. It's going to help them lose weight. And that's great until they stop it. Because what's going to happen is they're going to crash. They're going to want more sugar. They're going to want more food. So it's not going to help them. And that's the biggest thing. Like, those little things that we need to knowledge ourselves about, that we can bring up to them. Because even like me, I had no clue about like the fillers and additives and everything until I started listening to like Darren O'Lean, and I have his book and everything, and like researching more into it. Like, I knew about the artificial sweeteners, so I was all up on artificial sweeteners, but I had no clue about that. So, and write down those questions and ask them. Be like, if they come to you about a product, be like, I don't know. And that's the biggest thing that we can do. Because when she came to me too, and she was like, keep an open mind about this and everything, I listened to her. I was very frustrated because that was my kid time. So I was like this close to losing it. And Ashton doesn't really lose it very often. But I was this close to losing it just because it was my kid time. And I'm like, you're coming to me with this? Are you serious? But the only thing that I could think of was praise her. Dude, coming in my home and doing what she did, that's courage right there. Rock on. So I was like, and she's like, I really want to know what makes this so different from like what you have and everything, because I have people come to me that are talking about Shakeology, and I'm like, I can tell you right now, this has sucralose in it. It's an artificial sweetener. And she's like, but there's 2 types of sucralose. And I'm like, where is this coming from? What do you mean? Right? Kids' door.
I was going to say.
Hey, you want to come?
I'm the only one hearing the knocking.
Okay, come say hi to everyone, and then you should be in bed by now.
Hi.
Good night. So, back at that though, it's like, I'm like, what do you mean there's 2 types of different sucraloses, and where's that coming from? They don't have a place they don't even have a headquarters or anything. This makes no sense to me at all. And that was the biggest thing too, is not only their soy, and she's like, yeah, but the soy comes from someplace else, and they're not completely getting everything out because they're in the patent formula. And I'm like, then how is this being sold to a bunch of people? This is what I really don't understand it. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Hey?
Honestly, can you wake me up and do your workout?
I will. Thank you. Good night, you guys. So this is real life right here. Kids should be in bed at 8 o'clock. Yep. My one day for my calls. But anyways, yeah, just, if you want to do a 3-way call and everything too, hey, honey, go. I will deal with him. Thank you. Good night. I love you. Like if you want to do 3-way calls and all that stuff, I'm more than happy to do that. But being fully confident in what you're saying and what you're doing, like I'm trying to see if I have that information on me. Like I brought out all the ingredients that Shakeology had, and I brought it out to her, and I'm like, and she's like, well, I can send you the ingredient stuff. I'm like, you guys don't even have your active ingredients or your other active ingredients on there. And that's where that sucralose comes in and this and that. And I'm just like, no matter what you're telling me, sucralose is sucralose. I don't know what else to tell you. But no, she was full confident saying that this is 100% natural. And that's the thing that worries me though. I'm like, really? But you know what? In all reality, people are going to find out the hard way, one or another.
Exactly.
But that's where we need to step up and be like, no. We won't knock the products. Like, I don't know, but all I do know is that you should really research this ingredient, sucralose. What do you think about it? You should really research it. I don't know, but all I do know is that this is what Shakeology's done for me. This is what Shakeology's done for other people. And we have tons of great success stories with the coaches and everything that I didn't even know. Like, a lot of things that they have gone through is crazy. So does that help a little?
Yes. I'm sure there'll be other questions down the road, but I just thought that was a very interesting one. I got approached this week, and I'm still new to it, so I'm looking to the other coaches to kind of guide me along a little bit, and with Beachbody a little bit longer. So I haven't gotten any coaches under me yet, but because I want my results to begin as I'm getting my results and I get in shape more, then that will speak. Shakeology and Beachbody will speak for itself because of my journey.
Yep, and it does, and that's the best thing. I mean, I still kind of go crazy about it because I'm like sitting there thinking, I'm like, I pretty much got paid to better my life. Is the way that I look at it, because when people are like, yeah, but I'm overweight, and I'm like, I started my coaching journey over 200 pounds. Like, don't tell me. It's really not about being an expert, and that's the greatest thing. It's about being where you're at and learning to progress yourself and being who you are. And then I learn faster. Like I figured out, like people were like, oh, well, what is this? And I'm like, I don't really know, but let me learn. Let me figure it out. And then I'd bring out what I knew, and I would tell them where I got it from. I'd show them a website or whatever, but at least I read up on it, and I would start to learn. And so it helped me faster in my journey by helping others. It kept me accountable, because I'm like, I can't tell people to work out, and if I'm not I can't sit there and, So I was like, all right, sweaty picture every day. I'm like, where's yours? And, that's what we would do in the group and everything. But yeah, step by step, just talking about that stuff and going. And like I said, the team group is for anybody and everybody to ask those questions. Like I think the video today, I pretty much said, I'm like, if anyone's telling me that I'm too busy enough to talk to you guys, then you guys are giving yourself excuses, because everyone knows that they can contact me anytime, every way. And my kid will be locked up the next time. Shh, no one heard that, right?
Well, it's almost Mother's Day, so I'm sure everybody's okay with it.
Right? I get one day. I get this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so don't hesitate to post in the group. Challenge groups, if you want to run them together, like I said, it's wherever you want to take this, whatever you want to do and wherever you want to go. My biggest thing is really just having people be awakened by not getting rid of that fear. Like it's good to have fear, but you need to overcome it. And we need to reach out to anybody and everybody that we can, because if we don't, someone else will, whether it's Beachbody or whether it's another company.
Right.
So we're set out to make major changes.
Sounds good to me.
Anybody else have any other?
Thanks for letting me speak.
No problem.
There's one other thing that's worth noting as far as like a comparison of other products. There's a PowerPoint presentation in the coach back office where it has the comparison for some of the other common competitors like VA Fusion, which I used to drink all the time, but that's one of them that's there.
That's good. Yeah, it's just learning about all that stuff is great. Like I printed off all this stuff. I've listened to a lot of YouTube videos as well, and just letting people know from my own personal experience and stuff. But that's the biggest thing is it's like, I don't know about that product and I don't. And she even said, she's like, you can't knock this product because you haven't tried it yet. And it's against policy, like trying to tell me about PaperWise. And I'm like, well, I can tell you that there's this ingredient in it. And for people to research that ingredient, that it's artificial. I don't know what else to tell you. Other than that, that's what I see, and I can say that because that's what I see. I won't knock your product because I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
However, this is why I do what I do. And she straight out said, she's like, you're gonna be Beachbody coach, or you're a Beachbody coach girl for life, aren't you? I'm like, yes, I am. And she's like, well, just promise me that like whenever you're ready to join my team, that you join my team. I was like, don't worry. You can come on my team when you're ready. And that's what I said to her, because I have no doubt in my mind that there's nothing that's going to overtake what we have. There may come a shake that will be better formulated or close. I don't know. Why would they do it? Because we already have it, so they can try to come up with something, and that's great. But why would I could see them reformulating. If anything, they'll continue to reformulate Shakeology once they learn more and do stuff. And I always bring up, one of the big things that I do bring up, hey, honey, would you please lay down? Thank you. One of the things that I always bring up with people is the vanilla Shakeology. Why? Because when I was a coach, I remember when they were just like, we were like, oh, Shakeology is going to be launched. A new Shakeology is going to be launched. And we kept thinking, we're like, oh, vanilla Shakeology. They wanted vanilla Shakeology. It took them 3 years. 3 years to come up with a vanilla Shakeology. Why? Because they couldn't find a plant that wasn't, since vanilla is so potent, they couldn't find a vanilla bean plant that would work in the vanilla Shakeology without it tasting like crap or compromising the superfoods that we have into it. That tells you something about this company. And I bring that up to people. I'm like, you always see people have vanilla and chocolate all the time. That vanilla that you have, it's not healthy vanilla. That takes something when it takes us 3 years to find a specific vanilla bean plant that would not compromise everything that Shakeology had to offer for its nutrients that tasted good. Because they weren't going to put some, I mean, if it didn't taste good, people aren't going to like it anyways. That's why it took them that long. 3 years. 3 years for vanilla Shakeology. So I bring that up to a lot of people because I'm like, I don't know what else to tell you, but this is what I do know.
Yeah,
so
that's what I do now. If you.
Oh, by the way, he'll be on the next webinar for the opportunity calls because he will tell people that if they don't join our team, then he's going to kick them out because they lied.
Yeah, if you lie, misters.
Lying is very bad, isn't it?
If you lie, misters, you will get kicked out of mommy teams. Okay? Not lie.
Say, go Beachbody.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. No, put guns up. Guns up. Put your guns up. Show them your guns. Awesome. All right. Well, if you guys have any other questions, then
Beachbody.
let me know. Otherwise, this call was recorded, so if you guys want to share it with any of your team members or if you thought it was something that could help someone else, then let them know. And I'm going to look forward to seeing you guys this week and next week. Like, oh my gosh, I just talked to this person, right? Because if you need to, re-listen to the beginning of this call. Because it really, it was an eye-opener. And honestly, I do thank her for coming over because that's what sparked this call, was the courage that she had. And I'm like, dude, if she's coming over here, why am I not reaching out to more people? Or why is it that my team or anybody on here is having an issue reaching out to people when she can go straight to someone who's been in a business for 4 years that has had great success with what I've done? And she's walking in here. Like, this needs to be addressed. If she, so that was a blessing. I'm like, God, thank you. Thank you for bringing her to my house because this just sparked this call, which is going to make a difference for this month. And then we'll repeat it next month and again. All righty. Well, no more questions, or everyone good? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining, and we will talk to you guys soon.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye.